Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of our load distribution system design. In our last class, we distributed the lighting loads, likewise the receptacles or the high current loads. Although, as I've explained, high current loads is of different categories, most especially based on their nominal voltage requirement. As well for the ordinary receptacles, I mean ordinary socket receptacles. We also have for the water heater in a residential apartment, likewise the cooker control unit, etc. But before we proceed with the high current loads, let's quickly design for the mechanical equipment loads. We have different types of mechanical equipment. Because of this, there is a need of coordination between the electrical engineer and the mechanical engineers. And for this our project, which is a residential project, the only mechanical equipment we're having is our split AC unit. So let's name it A4. CP all split AC units require a dedicated circuit, so we call this A4. Okay, let's call this A4. So we'll call this A5. CP. Let's call this A6. CP. So that's all for the ground floor. Let's proceed to the first floor. Now, first floor, we stopped at B3, right? We could stop at B4. So let's call this B5. CP. So we have our B6 here. CP. We have our B7 here. Copy again. We'll be having our B8 here. The next thing is to proceed to the 10th floor mechanical loads. So let's copy this CP or CO. Enter. So we stopped at C2. So we'll call this C3. CP. And call this C4. Basically, it will be good, but because of how the mechanical engineer designed to have a mechanical equipment around this staircase, but it doesn't concern us. So let's proceed. So this is how we do distribute our mechanical load. The next thing is to design for the hot water heater, which is a receptacle load. So now ground floor, let's start from the kitchen. We have an outlet here. So we stopped at A6, right? So let's call this A7. Why this CP A8? Now let's try to make it in order. So let's delete this. So A7, let's copy again CP, or let's name our cooker control unit A7. So let's copy now CP. We have our A8 as our water heater. So CP again, we're having our A9 here. That's one. So let's name this A9. Let's proceed to the first floor again. So we stop at B8. So we're having our B9 and B10 here. So let's copy CP B9 CP again B10. So we can now proceed. Okay, we still have another outlet here. So CP B11. So let's proceed to the 10th floor. Now 10th floor here, we stopped at C3, which is our AC here. Okay, now stop that. We ought to have stopped at B4. So it was actually a mistake. So let's call this C3. Why these are C4? So let's copy this CP. We're having our C5 here, and that's our. So let's name it C5. Yeah. So this is how we do distribute our electrical load, and we are yet to consider the low power. Generally, for a residential project, having a single circuit for the entire low power system is enough. And for the future growth, based on IEC standards, 20 to 30% of the total load estimate is required. So hope you gained a lot in this video. In our subsequent classes, we'll be looking into the load estimate. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep tuned.